Right to say you should never have kids. Your father was right. Your father was right.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm mentally ill," and they say, "Okay, go home with a fine of $500.
Yeah, so it's not looking so good for Johnny Salami right now, who could be facing 3 to 5 years of prison, what some people are thinking, which is just absolutely great news. And we're going to be taking a look at this video that Hatozi or A to Z came out with, where he went live talking about the most recent trial, which props to Hatozi for going all the way to Korea just to keep us updated. I'm a little jealous. I'd love to go to Korea, but one day. Anyway, if you don't know, Johnny Samali is a kind of live streamer, kick live streamer, basically, that sums it up. He goes around harassing people in different countries and pushes his limits a little too far, and this time, Korea decided to teach him a lesson. So he's already been there for a while now, waiting for all these court hearings, but let's go ahead and jump in to see what A to Z is talking about.
We're back. This is phenomenal. Okay. Well, so the thing is, we just got out of the trial. It went absolutely terrible for Johnny because Johnny showed up more than an hour late with a MAGA hat on and a big bottle of water, and he was just screaming at essentially he got in trouble for, number one, wearing the hat, and number two, the bottle. So now there's 4 charges that was in that trial, correct?
There are 4 charges against him, but only 3 of them were addressed today.
Okay.
The 4th charge, which he just discovered about the other day, which I brought up on my stream 2 days ago, and he got the notice of in Korean yesterday. Actually, didn't even get it. Sorry. So
oh wow.
He didn't know anything about it today, and his lawyer didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, they were pretty shocked.
Oh, okay. So that was a separate charge. Was that the charge that he was showing? And
the
leaked?
new obstruction.
Oh, the newest obstruction charge. Okay, yeah. So there's another charge as well that's coming against him about the deepfake stuff that he accidentally leaked on his stream last night. Because as we've been covering, I mean, he's been playing his cards in the worst way possible the whole time, from start to finish. And last night, I guess he decided to get drunk at 3 in the morning, go live, and show up extremely late to court because of that. And on his live stream, he was doing, like, I guess, getting paid to do shots, and he ended up showing a new charge that hadn't been leaked to the public yet.
So that charge was actually it's the police case that the police have given over to the prosecutor. So it means that they're going to prosecute it. It's going to trial. Yeah.
In the Korean system, once the police decide to actually formally charge you and they send it to the prosecutors, that's pretty much it. That's where you get the 90+% conviction rate. You're pretty much done. If they've decided to go that far, that means they have the evidence to prove the crime.
Yeah, so this bumbling moron Johnny, already in trouble, decided he would go on a live stream, get drunk, and then show stuff in his court case that he's not even supposed to be showing to people yet.
I'm giving y'all the first viral moment tonight.
And gets in even more trouble. I mean, it just proves how stupid he is. And he really does deserve it, just constantly going to different countries, harassing them, being racist, starting fights that he never wins. And he just can't seem to make a single good decision. Nobody likes this guy. Like, I just don't get it. Also, real quick, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 700 subscribers, or really 1,000, more like it, but next milestone is 700. I'd really appreciate it if you could just take a break to go down there.
But in this case, it's gone to the prosecution, so not going to be fun for Johnny Boy.
And he came in with the biggest smile on his face, and then as soon as they read him his charges, his smile just vanished. So it seems like he was truly humbled as he had to sit down for the court hearing.
His suit was terrible. I think that's Hank's
right.
suit.
Okay.
He was wearing Hank's suit.
So we basically kind of confirmed today that he showed up with Hank. So it seems like he's staying with Hank. And then he showed up in Hank's suit, which was oversized. So it just did not really look right at all. And then on top of that, what was
pretty funny that he showed up with an oversized suit that makes him look like a child, which he already acts like. And it's just so good to see that the smile's just wiped from his face. He deserves to get humbled. He needs it desperately if he wants to change for the better. But hopefully Korean prison will do that for him. And this is the part where they go over what charges he actually has right now that he's facing. They don't know the 2 new ones that he got, which is just hilarious. Let's take a look at that.
So the charges that we know, okay, so we have the 2 misdemeanors, which number 1, it was for the fish.
Minor Crimes Act.
The Minor Crimes Act, which are essentially misdemeanors in the U.S. That was for running around with that fish on the stream that we covered and shoving it in people's faces on the bus and so on. And then there was like a managing director of that bus company that was apparently on.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically what he
yeah.
did.
Oh, they were saying he showed up in a suit looking like this.
That's an actual picture of Johnny Samali in court today.
Accurate depiction.
So that was one of his misdemeanor charges. Then on top of that, there was another misdemeanor charge for him twerking on people on the subway, which we also covered, and blasting loud music.
Loud music, but they didn't specifically mention the obscenity. They just said foul language, but they didn't say obscenity. So I'm not sure if that's good.
It was subway and bus, or
Subway
just
and bus.
subway
Yeah.
and bus. So it was kind of conjoined.
So I'm surprised they haven't mentioned anything about him interrupting the concert, because he went up on stage and did a whole spiel there as well.
We don't know
And
what that last obstruction charge is. Maybe
So that could be it, because that seemed to be televised. So that was another thing there.
And it depends on the district as well, because if the crime happened in that district, it will go to that district court. So these crimes are just for this district.
I've covered Johnny multiple times, I think in like 2 videos on my channel so far, and this is going to be the 3rd video. But he seems to just be getting worse. You know, it started with him going to Japan, which he almost got in legal trouble for, but he got down on his knees begging them and crying, apologizing basically. And then I think he also went to Thailand, was causing trouble there. And now he's in Korea, and with a 90% conviction rate, it's probably not going to end so well for him.
Said how he was talking negatively to an elder employee as well, and they really punctuated that.
Yeah, harassment of an elderly person, an elderly worker, making customers feel unsafe.
Shut up, bitch. Police? Call the police, stupid ass bitch. Stupid ass. I didn't even drink here. Are you dumb? I already told you, you stupid ass, bald ass bitch. You monkey asshole, shut up, bitch.
And then also, this is Judge saying twerking his first time. And then also drinking alcohol when he was asked not to drink alcohol. You're actually, they changed the law, you're not allowed to drink alcohol in a convenience store. Yeah, so that was funny. And the judge saw him making faces at us.
Right, yeah, when he walked in.
And then on the bench, he made a face directly at me and Adozi.
In front of everyone.
Right to us, in
Very
front of everybody.
intelligent.
He looked to us and did
Yeah.
both of us. It was pretty direct. It was right at us, like direct.
And him call you guys losers.
So that was. Hank apparently
Hank
showed up and called us
losers. Oh, we're
losers.
losers, guys.
Hank called us a loser, so we're so emotionally damaged right now. You can see A to Z. He's deep with the emotional scars. It's okay, man.
Yeah, and that just shows that Johnny's just such a degenerate loser, I swear. It's so funny though that legal mindset is with A to Z also, and they're just laughing about the whole thing. Like, just really shows how immature he is for making faces at them in a courtroom. And Johnny could actually be there for a lot longer too, because what happens in Korea is some cases can take a long time for them to finally actually go to trial, and Johnny won't be able to leave until it's all concluded. So they could be it could be like several months or even up to a year or possibly longer until his last trial. And this is the part where they talk about he could possibly be facing 3 to 5 years, or that's what some people are thinking.
So a lot of people here are thinking he's going to get somewhere between 3 to 5 years in prison for all of this, which is crazy. But it'll be really interesting to see what happens moving forward. So we have that trial on April 9th, and then did they set the new trial for this or
There's a good chance that he might be found guilty for this before the other case, which, as you have said before multiple times, Andrew, that he would have a criminal record, and then therefore that next charge is going to be, well, you have a criminal record now, and that counts very much against you for the next crime. Yeah.
So at what point do you guys think he would be arrested before the next trial or the next?
I think, I mean, frankly, let me know if I'm wrong, but I think they're going to keep him out because he's got to pay for everything himself. He's got to pay for You know, his food, he's not supposed to be working, even though he is. That's another thing that's going to get him in the
He lied in court. He lied in court.
Oh, he said he was a student.
Yes,
He said
they
he
asked
was
his
a student.
occupation. He said
He
he was a
was a
student.
student. So that's interesting.
Lying in court, yes, showing up with a hat on, bottle of water, immediately lying in court, making
Hands in
faces
pockets.
at us, hands in pockets.
Pretending he doesn't know Hank's address and apartment number where he's
That
been
as
staying.
well.
Come
Yeah,
on,
he
bro.
kept answering that he didn't know. Yeah,
Johnny Somali is a lost cause. You would think the last thing you would want to do in court is be lying, because that's just going to make it even worse and they're going to stack that on top of you. But obviously, Johnny's just not the sharpest tool in the shed. He can't be truthful and he can't act normal for any period of time. All he can do is be a douchebag. Anyway, you know, he's just trash. That's about all I had to say. If you liked the video, go check out A to Z or a Tozy, and then go check out The Legal Mindset. It was a great video, great update. I'm glad that it's not looking so great for Johnny Somali. And let's hope that he gets the max sentence that he can. 5 years seems a little too easy. I think we should give him 10. That'd be good, so we wouldn't have to see him for a long time. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe, share with your friends, your enemies, whoever you want, really. And yeah, 안녕히 가세요. See ya.